talk about it. And yeah, so this is just going to be like what they look like right now and how I have gotten to that point. And yeah, so I'll take them down so that you can kind of see what they are looking like right now. These are coming up to 4 months old on the 24th of this month. As you can see, I have a lot of stray hairs. I don't really mind that. Yeah, I'm just trying to sort through them so you can see kind of what they look like right now. I did not do my bangs in with them because when I started, my bangs were probably like somewhere around here, and they're kind of longer now, but yeah, they weren't long enough really to even put into dreads, so they're just kind of in my way a lot right now, which is okay. I pull them back a lot. They're frustrating, so I end up having to put them over to the side or whatever. But the goal is that I will actually get them long, let them grow long enough to dread them as well. I think that'll add a lot more like texture to the front, and yeah. What else? So sorry if I babble a lot, but that's going to happen because that's kind of me. But yeah, I'll talk about how I did them. So my hair was, this is my one really long one, and my hair was probably this length. Some of it was longer. When I started, I had layers in my hair, so up here there were shorter layers, and in the back there were kind of shorter layers. So I think that's why I have like a range of sizes right now. But as you can tell, that hair has scrunched up so much that I've lost so much length. Honestly, they're really, really short, which I am very, very happy with how they look and what they're doing naturally, like their locking process naturally. But if there's one thing that I'm kind of sad about, it's just that length being gone, which means that I just will have to wait and be patient in them growing and becoming long, because that's the whole point. I really want the long dreadlocks, so they may take a few years to get long again. So yeah, but as you can see, they're just big knots in my hair. They are, see, all that length has basically crumbled, not really crumbled, but scrunched up into a lock, a dread, a joy strand, and it's just a big tangle, basically. So yeah, there's lots of kind of loose hair near my scalp, but that's gonna happen when you do it naturally like this. And then see, I've got some who are kind of not really dreaded very much at all, the ends of that one. I think what happened was, especially on this side, I tend to sleep on this side more when I'm laying down. So they scrunch up and they get really locked up, and the process is helped along a lot while you sleep because you're like moving around. And so this side, they seem to be just slightly longer. So I've tried to sleep on this side a bit more to kind of even them out. But I also, around beginning of January-ish, mid-January, I went back through and put some more beads and things like this in the hemp cord to ensure that like this wouldn't scrunch up and get really short, because I wanted some that were still really long, just to make me feel better, I think. But yeah, my process was basically I took strands, just sectioned them off, and took a fine-tooth comb or a fine-tooth brush at one point, and started at the roots, and then just back comb, back comb, back comb, back comb all the way up. So if you've seen my blog, I did a whole, like, wrote a whole thing about how the philosophy behind like why I did it or why I wanted to do it and all that stuff. But in there I talk about like, or you can see in the pictures like how it looked when it first was done. It was really long, and I wish they were still like that in a way, but they have to mature. Yeah, so they're kind of crazy up here. I didn't put a lot of effort into spacing them out, so they're just very natural looking. I think some people will think, "What have you done to your hair, and why did you do that?" But I've really been enjoying the process, and it definitely changes the way that I see myself with my hair. And that I think that I see other women in their hairstyles as well, because we get this idea of beauty and that it's one certain thing, and yes, and it's not. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I'm supposed to say or what else I need to. I can turn around and kind of show you what they look like in the back. Just a messiness. Yeah. But yeah, I was gonna say lately, and I probably will have to do this for the next few months as well. Every couple days, when I wash them, because I do wash them, I do everything I did to my hair before except brush it. I wash my hair about every 2 or 3 days. I haven't spent a lot of effort or time looking online for special products or anything for them. I just right now I'm using a shampoo with no parabens and no dyes from Herbal Essence. I think before that I was using one just like it from Garnier. So yeah, it has minimal chemicals in it, I think, and minimal fragrance. The only thing I really do somewhat different to my hair in the shower is I use really, really hot water to rinse out the shampoo, just so that in case any residue gets stuck in any of the like thicker parts. And then I use really as cold as water as I can stand to rinse it out. After that, a lot of people do that with their hair, like wash it with warm and rinse it with cool. It just kind of like helps your hair not be as frizzy. And so I think that has kind of helped a little bit with my like frizziness. In the beginning, I did have some dandruff to kind of deal with, especially near like in the front here, because I stopped conditioning my hair. So my hair had to get used to kind of not being moisturized, which meant my scalp just had to go through the process of getting used to it and acclimated. And it only lasted for like the first maybe month. I didn't have any major problems with like major itching or pain or anything. So yeah, I didn't use any like special treatments, or because I've done research and a lot of people use like apple cider vinegar and rosemary and something else, I don't know, but I didn't do any of that. I didn't really find it necessary, or yeah, so that's just how it happened for me. But yeah, also when my hair is wet, so a lot of times in the shower, I'll probably have to do this for the next like few months as well. Hopefully they'll stop trying to do this, but they do try to grow together after a couple of days of, kind of just letting them be and wearing them on whatever way I do. Some of the hair at the roots is try to kind of, like you can see as I pick one up, they kind of come with it, so I have to I have to rip, kind of rip them apart, which doesn't actually hurt that bad. It just kind of, it really doesn't hurt that bad, but yeah, I just kind of have to rip them apart to keep them from kind of webbing together. They do kind of create a little web up there, but I've heard or read that that's good for your scalp, that like when you're out in the sun it's not going to be your scalp exposed, like you have kind of like a little webbing protectant on your scalp. But see, you wouldn't even have that problem if you do them, like if you do the process of like crocheting them, or with a crochet hook, doing the backcombing method and then taking it and like with a crochet hook you would just go in. I started to do it that way because my friend does have it that way, but it hurts so bad because each time you're going through like a piece from your scalp is like feels like it's like tearing there. So I just prefer kind of like ripping them and keeping them separated than, you know, people that do that have really awesome looking locks really early on, like as soon as they get them done, but it takes hours and hours and I just didn't want to do that. So I'm just kind of doing them the natural way. So that's the only maintenance I do to them. I don't do much palm rolling where people go like this. I guess I've done that a little bit, sometimes when they're wet, but a lot of times I'll just take my towel and kind of go like that with the towel when I'm drying them after the shower or whatever. So yeah, I don't really do much to them at all, just kind of letting them naturally do their own thing. I don't think there was much else to say about them other than I don't usually wear them down like this very often right now because in the stage that they're in, the length that they've gotten to, I don't know, I don't like it as much. So I'll tend to kind of just throw half of them back, and I've been wearing them like that a lot of days, and pin my bangs back too. And the fun thing about them is you can easily, like, let's see if I can get this. You can easily take a longer one. This isn't really a longer one, but it's hard to see on this camera, but this one will do, I think. You can easily take a longer one and then like wrap it around the ponytail that you're doing, tuck it in, and it kind of like creates a ponytail or whatever without me even needing a band. So, but I do actually use I use sometimes these, they're kind of longer, but I actually just use normal sized hair ties as well. So yeah, just a quick another little look at the process and the way that some of them have curled up. And oh yeah, one more thing, I have 32. I had 33 when I started, but where is it? Did I put it up in here? This one was growing together at the root, and as I tried to like rip it apart, it was just really hard to do. So I was like, okay, that one wants to be with the other one. So they snuggled up tight, and I let them grow together, and so that one's gonna be a nice thick one. Yeah, I think I would love to have more than just 32, but I will do when I do my bangs. So yeah, yeah, that's basically it. I am enjoying them lots, and I hope you've enjoyed me rambling on and chatting about them. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you have questions, ask along, and I'll try to get to that. So yeah, thank you very much. Bye.